Hi all, Dr. Roof here. This podcast will briefly describe the grading criteria for journal submission number 2 due week 8 and distinguish submission 2 from submission 1. Number of weeks that the journal must be kept. There are 4 full weeks before journals are due the second and last time this quarter. So hard copies of journals are due on November 10th at 5:10 p.m. Format. The format for journals between the first and second submission is open. Journal entries should continue to be organized with dates and headings, but must not be word processed. They may be handwritten, but the handwriting must be legible. One Venn diagram should be present. If other graphics or drawings are included, they should be either labeled or otherwise clear. How often should I write in my journal? You should write in your journal a minimum of once a week. But regardless of how often you actually sit down to write in your journal, it is the number of entries that contain connections that will determine your grade. Journal entries should be specific in making reference to assigned caps and assigned readings. In addition, journal entries must make connections between readings, caps, PowerPoint slides, and observations in fieldwork sites. Making connections means seeing similarities, differences between and among readings, caps, PowerPoint slides, observations in fieldwork sites. The connections must be explicit, citing exactly which reading applies to which cap and how or which reading or cap relates to a particular observation in a fieldwork site. Connections can also describe the application or evaluation of information presented in class, in a reading, or in a cap to a fieldwork situation. Grading criteria. There must be 20 entries, 1 entry per day, or 5 entries times 4 weeks is 20, and each of these entries must make at least 1 connection for a grade of A. There must be 20 entries, and 15 to 17 of these entries must contain at least 1 connection for a grade of B. There must be 20 entries again, and 10 of the entries must contain at least 1 connection for a grade of C. Journals with fewer than 15 entries and or less than 10 entries containing at least 1 connection will receive grades of either D or F. An added note for those wanting feedback on their journal entries as the weeks unfold, if you like, you may submit your weekly journal entries in your folder that's handed out every week in 587. Just stick them in there. I'll provide you with feedback and return them the following week. Okay, I hope this helps and clears up the criteria that I'm going to be looking at for the second submission. It's a little bit steeper, particularly interested in seeing if you make these connections between and across classes, readings, caps, discussions in class, PowerPoint slides, and observations and experiences in the field. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.